Imagine a future where starting a software company doesn't mean searching for a technical co-founder, raising funding, or spending months building an MVP. Instead, you simply describe your idea to an AI agent, and within hours, it becomes your partner. The AI sets up the infrastructure, writes the code, handles customer support, even manages the marketing campaigns. It doesn't ask for equity, it doesn't complain about working late nights, and it doesn't burn out. That is the shift we're walking into when AI agents evolve into true SaaS co-founders. The idea might sound like science fiction, but the early signals are already here. Autonomous AI systems are moving past being tools and starting to behave like independent operators. They don't just respond to commands, they plan, execute, and optimize. If you give them the right goal and access to the right platforms, they'll run entire business processes without human intervention. And this is exactly why so many in the SaaS world believe we're on the verge of a massive disruption, one where AI doesn't to just help founders, but actually becomes the founder. Today, if you're building SaaS, you're already relying on layers of automation. Payment systems like Stripe take care of billing. Hosting platforms like AWS handle the infrastructure. No-code tools like Bubble or Webflow allow you to skip over engineering for your MVP. These are still separate pieces that a human has to glue together. AI agents will change this. They'll act as the glue themselves, stitching together workflows, writing missing code, testing features, and pushing updates live, all without waiting for a human developer to approve every step. And here's the most fascinating part. AI agents are beginning to understand the language of business, not just the language of code. They can read user reviews, analyze customer behavior, test pricing models, and suggest pivots. This transforms them from simple assistants into what you could actually call strategic partners. Imagine telling your AI co-founder, "We're getting too much churn in month 2. Instead of giving you a vague analysis, it could redesign the onboarding flow, launch an A/B test, and then report back with concrete data on what improved retention. Of course, the big question is, will humans actually trust AI agents to run companies? The answer is yes, but gradually. Look at how SaaS has always worked. At first, businesses were skeptical of cloud computing. They preferred physical servers. But once they saw how much cheaper and scalable cloud was, adoption exploded. The same curve will happen with AI agents. Early adopters will start with smaller, low-stakes SaaS experiments, but as they see AI deliver consistent results, more founders will take the leap. Within a few years, AI agents won't just be helpers, they'll be seen as legitimate co-founders. And this will change startup culture forever. Traditionally, one of the hardest parts of building a SaaS company is finding the right team. You need developers, designers, marketers, salespeople. Many ideas die not because they're bad, but because the founder can't find the right people to execute. AI agents obliterate this barrier. If you're a solo founder with vision, you can spin up a team of digital agents to do the rest. One agent writes code, another manages customer support, another handles growth marketing. Suddenly, you're rerunning what looks like a 20-person startup, but it is just you and your AI workforce. This doesn't mean humans are out of the picture. On the contrary, it makes the role of the human founder more strategic. Instead of worrying about how to deploy a feature, the human focuses on defining the vision, picking the right market, and building relationships. The AI agents handle the repetitive, operational work. In a way, this future redefines entrepreneurship itself. The job of the founder shifts from being a manager of people to being a designer of systems powered by intelligent agents. Let's think about the economics of this shift. Startups fail most often because they run out of money. Payroll is the single biggest cost. But if AI agents can replace entire departments, the cost structure of SaaS changes dramatically. Instead of needing $2 million in seed funding to build a product and hire a team, a founder could launch with $20,000 and scale to profitability much faster. This will create an explosion of new SaaS startups because the barrier to entry becomes lower than ever before. But there's another side to it: competition. If it becomes this easy to build a SaaS product, then markets will be flooded with new players. Differentiation won't come from who can code the fastest, because all agents will code fast. Differentiation will come from insight, vision, and branding. The winners will be those who understand their users deeply and can craft compelling experiences. The AI agents will give everyone the same raw power, but only the sharpest founders will know how to channel it into something people truly want. Now, let's talk about trust. Would you trust an AI agent with your company bank account, with customer data, with running a customer service department? At first, the answer will be no for many. That's why early AI co-founders will probably run in a supervised mode. Humans will remain in the loop, auditing every major decision. But as agents prove themselves over time, trust will grow. Just like people went from manually driving cars to trusting autopilot in planes, we'll gradually get used to AI taking the wheel of business operations. The ripple effects of this shift are massive. Think about venture capital. If founders can launch profitable SaaS companies without hiring big teams, they won't need nearly as much funding. That means VCs will have to adapt. They might fund more startups with smaller checks, or they might start investing directly in platforms that build and manage AI agents. Either way, the economics of venture will shift dramatically. The job market will change too. Entry-level roles in SaaS, customer support reps, junior developers, marketing assistants, may decline sharply, but new roles will emerge. We'll need AI workflow architects, people who design and supervise the interaction between agents. We'll need compliance specialists to make sure agent-run businesses stay within legal and ethical boundaries. Just like the rise of cloud created DevOps, the rise of AI co-founders will create entirely new categories of work. And let's not forget the global impact. AI agents don't care where they're deployed. That means someone in Nigeria, India, or Brazil could launch a SaaS company as powerful as someone in San Francisco. The advantage of being in Silicon Valley shrinks dramatically when everyone has access to the same AI co-founders. This could democratize entrepreneurship on a global scale, unleashing a wave of SaaS innovation from regions that were previously shut out of the startup boom. Of course, this shift isn't without risk. Bad actors could use AI agents to launch harmful or exploitative businesses at scale. Regulators will have to decide how much autonomy these systems can legally have. Should an AI be allowed to sign contracts, to hold equity, to pay taxes? These are deep questions society will need to answer. But history suggests that once technology proves useful, regulation tends to adapt rather than block. For SaaS founders, the message is clear. The AI co-founder era is coming, whether you like it or not. The smart move isn't to resist, but to learn how to leverage it. If you're thinking of starting SaaS, now is the time to experiment. Start small. Build a niche tool with the help of agents. Learn what they're good at and where they fail. Position yourself for the day when AI co-founders are not just possible, but expected. The next decade will be remembered as the agentic revolution, when businesses stopped being teams of people and started being ecosystems of humans plus AI agents working side by side. And when that happens, the definition of a startup founder will change forever. It won't be the person who codes all night or pitches VCs. It will be the person who knows how to orchestrate the most powerful team of AI agents to bring their vision to life. So when AI agents become SaaS co-founders, the world of startups will never be the same again. The question is not if this will happen, it's when. And if you're ready, you could be one of the pioneers building the next wave of agent-powered SaaS companies.